Greetings, everyone. Thank you again, as always, for joining me. And I just really want to give you my appreciation. And today, I just want to talk about the magic of our planet. I want to start with a story, which I usually like to do. I'm going to talk about a conversation I had with a coworker of mine recently. And I don't even know how the topic ended up on astrology, but it did. And he's very traditional. And he made the comment, "Oh yeah, my ex-girlfriend was into that." And I said, astrology was created by God. And I asked him, I said, or I didn't really ask him, but would astronomy, which is the science of the planets, and astrology, which is related to how the planets affect us, would it really be simple? Is anything that the Creator, the Most High, creates simple in our lives? And just because we don't understand all of it, it doesn't mean that it doesn't have resonance, that it doesn't have important meaning in our lives. Now, I talked a couple months ago about, we had about 5 planets in retrograde and how that might be affecting us in our lessons, our personal life lessons, our national or global life lessons, and our chakras, and how all that connects, because we are all one, we are all connected. But I wanted today talk about the magic, like I said, about our planet, the magic. You know, a lot of people have resistance about the word magic. It's either not to be taken serious, like when you have, like the magic show I had for my niece when she turned 10 years old, and I gave her a birthday party. But magic is in every aspect of our lives. And that magic is connected. It is the Most High. It is the Creator. That's why we call him the Creator, or her, he, she. Because God is not a person, a human. The energy that we're talking about when we talk about God is not a human. A human did not create the multiverse. You know, we talk about the universe a lot, but there's so much more, which is why we have to give that credit to the Most High, the Creator. And today I want to start with quantum physics, because I'm going to talk about a lot of things on this channel that a lot of people may not understand or resonate with. And I think the first thing to do is to talk about magic, the magic of our planet, the magic of the multiverse. Because if we're resistant to that, if there's fear, it's hard to move beyond to other topics. And so I'd like to propose that quantum physics, which I pulled up a specific definition for you, and I'm going to read that to you right now. And it's: quantum physics is the branch of science that describes the behavior of matter and energy at the atomic and I need another cup of coffee. Subatomic levels, where particles can exhibit properties of both waves and particles. It's the beginning of creation of anything. And everything is energy. Everything. We are energy. Everything around us is energy. Everything is made of energy. And quantum mechanics is the activity of quantum physics. Quantum mechanics is God, the Most High, the Creator, in action. And I some thoughts came to me when I first, when this idea of talking about this came to me. And I'd like to suggest that the resistance of the idea of quantum physics is another extension of our fear. The fear of the unknown. The fear that many of us were more prepared to not look at or not consider. But, you know, a lack of consideration for what we don't know and understand doesn't make us safe. And it doesn't change the existence of whatever that is. And there's nothing to fear. In fact, the more we understand the role we play in quantum mechanics, mind, body, the better off we'll be. The better off we'll be able to interact and care for the people that we love. And I say that because your mind co-creates with the Most High. When I was an avid student of New Thought, Christianity is what they call it, which is metaphysics, there was a saying, they always said, the universe always says yes. What that means is there's no human judging you on what you're deciding to do. There is karma, but that's just another rule. That's just another universal rule that occurs. It's the law of it. It's a part of the law of attraction. That's why good deeds eventually bring back good deeds, and other deeds based on your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors attract what you've decided to be. And so even if we're thinking and not considering what we're thinking, we're still creating. Whatever it is we believe about ourselves, whatever it is we believe about others, and our actions and our thoughts and our feelings that are related to those things, that's how we create what we experience. I'll be the first to tell you that everybody and everything doesn't feel fair. I could tell you about the last 3 years of my life in particular, and you would probably agree with me that I do curse sometimes, so forgive me. That shit's not fair. It's not. But and the lessons that we learn and the way that we handle the things that come before us, that's a whole nother talk for a whole nother day. I don't want to get into that today. But what I do want to say is we have the power to raise our vibrations. The raising of our vibrations protects us. And the way that that's done is through magic, the magic of quantum mechanics, our co-creating with the Creator from the particle level. And so I was led to pull some cards, not tarot cards, but oracle cards from one of my favorite decks. And so I'm going to show you those cards that came up in relation to what we're talking about. The first one that I picked up was Navigate Your Heart. There it is. Beautiful card. Navigating your heart. Your heart, wherever it stands and whatever your thoughts and feelings are and beliefs are, plays a huge, huge role in whatever you create. And, love conquers all. People think that's just a silly saying, frivolous, whimsical. It's not. True unconditional love, not exclusive, mind you, with ego involvement, is in fact the most powerful force in the multiverse. And the second card I pulled was Reclaim Your Innocence. Another beautiful card. Hope you can see that well. That's why reconnecting to your inner child is so important, because most of your trauma is connected to your inner child. It begins there. And the healing that you can do with yourself, with your inner child, facing those things that your inner child, your childhood relates to, will connect to a lot of things in your adulthood. Things that trigger you, things that bring back pain that you may not even remember where it's coming from. If you can get back to reconnecting with your inner child, reclaiming your innocence, you're well on your way to creating huge, huge impacts and co-creating with the universe through quantum mechanics. And I'm going to leave it there today. I hope you liked my talk. If you did, I hope you'll subscribe. I hope you'll like. I hope you'll share. And I hope if you'd like for me to talk about other things, please feel free to bring those up. And I hope you have a fantastic, fantabulous day or good or night whenever you're checking this out. Take care.